Hello, this is Tom Meeks, and this is 3D Design for Fun and Life, featuring Moment of Inspiration using the uniquely easy noun and verb method.
This session is project number 3A, creating coins and tokens. Method 1, importing PDF files.
You're probably surprised to see this application on the screen and not Moment of Inspiration. This is Affinity Designer. It's a vector drawing program, and I have created this drawing so that we have something to start with as we create our tokens. There are two ways we could do tokens. We could use images and then we have to create all of the curves from that image, and I'll show you that after we finish using the PDF. Or we could bring in a vector PDF and create our token from that vector PDF. This is called Knight's Plume PDF, and I'm going to minimize this, and we'll go immediately to File, Import. I'll select the PDF file type, import Knight's Plume, and you'll see that we have it right there. Now, the important thing to notice is that when we bring those vectors in, they act, see it says close curve, just like we had drawn them using the draw curves in Moment of Inspiration. The reason for these registration marks is to allow me to center it more easily. So I'm going to come over here, transform, align. I'm going to align on the x-axis first using move as group, and then I'm going to align again, vert center on the y-axis. All right, move as group, and now it's all centered up. I'm going to get rid of these tick marks because we don't really need those registration marks anymore. We only use them to help center this. I'm immediately going to name this 900 Knight.pdf to remind myself that I brought this in from a PDF, and then we'll extrude 5, and then just create that one the one circle here, and it only extrude that 3. So that's the backing of the coin. Let's look at it in 3D, and you'll see that we have this knight's head and mask and so forth sticking out. So now what we can do is I can hide all of our frames and name a Boolean union all of this together. And then I'm going to name this 100 Knight Master Token. And because we never work with our masters, if we're going to be reusing something, I'm going to immediately copy it. Edit, copy, paste, and we're going to name this 000 Knight. And by the way, the level that we're going to use here is Bonneret. Okay, Knight Bonneret. You'll see that in a minute. So we have this. We're going to turn off our master token. And now I'm going to come over here and turn on this reminder to me. This, I use the dim text to give myself a reminder of the various levels that we have. And so that's where I got the Knight Bonneret. That'd be level 3. In order to not infringe on anyone's copyright, this is completely fictitious. There is no game called the Order of the Knight's Plume. We're making it up. There is no logo for the Order of the Knight's Plume. We made that up. All of this is completely legal now. We don't have to worry about copyright. It's really important as we work that we are really careful not to infringe on someone's copyright. So, in our fictitious game, I'm going to make a token for our fictitious game that I could give to somebody who has reached level 3. So let's go to our text. Go to our text, pick the base point. I've already written, oops, got a spelling error there though. Order of the knight's plume. I'm using Germania bold. So Germania 1, we've got it bold. It's 3 high and a thickness of 5. We want it to be as thick as the thickest part of our token. And we'll say done. And now we're going to give our level. So I come here to the text. I do anywhere in here. And we're going to say, okay, Knight Bonneret. There we go. And again, same things. Now, when we name these, we're going to say this is 410. I'm going to name 400. Knight Bonneret. And this was Germania. Bold 3, 5. It's really important that we remember a font that we used because there's so many fonts, it's hard to remember the ones we used for every project. And the same is true here. This will be 410, and we're going to call this order, Germania, bold, 3, 5. There we go. Now we can remember that now. We need to wrap that text. In order to do that, we'll use an arc, a center arc. Start with our origin, go over here to the left, all the way around and over to the perpendicular. And now we're going to turn off our knight for right now. We're going to call this 501 top target. All right. And we will transform mirror 502, bottom 502, bot for bottom target. Okay, there we have our target. We need to find out the size. And remember in version 4, we don't have to calculate the size. We select the object, we go to details, click on calc, and we get 83.26. We copy that to the clipboard. Then we'll come over here. We'll make our line up here because it's easier to make it nice and straight. We'll make our line up here of any length. And we'll come here and do Control V. It copies our length. And then we'll drop down somewhere around in here. Doesn't matter where it is. We'll go ahead and center it though. Now, we want these to be a really nice even distance from each other. So before we align the text, we're going to create a center rectangle, and it's going to have a height of 1.6. It's going to be 1/8 above and 1/8 below that line. Now let's take our Knight Bonneret, transform, align. First of all, we'll center it on the mid, and then we'll lower it down using the bottom align right down on the top of that rectangle. Come over here, go to the midpoint, a line using the top, and we'll go to the top, the bottom of the rectangle for the top, and then we'll get rid of that rectangle. So now we're going to wrap the text. We'll select the banneret first. Oh, we need to name this, don't we? This is going to be 411, and this is going to be line source. Okay, there we go. Just so we have our line source there. So we're going to take our banneret. We're going to go to transform, deform. We already have the text selected. Select base curve or image, and we're going to go to the left. And then it says select the target curve. Well, this knight is going to go on the bottom, not the top. So we're going to click here on the bottom, target, good, done. And now we'll select the order, flow, click here, and then we'll click on the top arc. Good, flow. And now what we'll do is we'll get rid of those lines, our target line, our source line. We won't get rid of our text yet because we'll wait until we rename this. This is going to be named 000 Knight Banneret. Now the reason I do that is so that I can turn off our source text. And when we turn on Knight Banneret, everything is there. We now have our token is complete. Sometimes some fonts will not union properly. It doesn't matter because we've named it all the same thing. When we send our STL out, it will go out as one unit, even if it's not unioned. So we can go construct Boolean union and see if this will work. But some fonts will not union. See that? You can tell it's not union because when I click on the coin, the letters are still not selected. Doesn't matter because I can select them this way. And when I save this off, they will go out as one unit. Now this was how we create a token if we have a PDF file created with vector graphics. Next, I'm going to show you what happens if we don't have that. Turn this off, go to view. What if we only have this? We have an image, a bitmap image that has the shape. It takes a lot longer, but it's still doable. I'll record that as a separate operation. This is 3D design for fun and life. 3D design courseware based on Moment of Inspiration by Tom Meeks.
In this session, we demonstrated creating a master game token that we can modify for awarding levels of achievement. This is the third of the projects we will include in this course to enhance your life and the lives of those you love. We have divided creating tokens into two parts. In this video, we demonstrated using a vector PDF file. In part 2, we demonstrate tracing bitmap images to create a token.